Welcome back to Red Flag Psychology. I'm Dr. Red. In my last video, I talked about how sometimes love isn't enough. But after listening to Bunnie XO speak more openly about her pending divorce from Jelly Roll, I think there's an even deeper lesson. Sometimes there doesn't have to be a villain. When relationships end, people immediately start looking for someone to blame. Who cheated? Who gave up? Who ruined the relationship? But listening to Bunnie XO, what stood out to me wasn't blame, it was her honesty. She wasn't trying to tear Jelly Roll down. She wasn't trying to convince everyone to take her side. She was simply sharing her experience and speaking openly about what she went through. And honestly, that's refreshing. One thing she talked about was how she often felt like she was the chaser in the relationship while Jelly Roll was the runner. If you've ever been in a relationship like that, you know how exhausting it can become over time. Not because you don't love someone, but because constantly holding things together can leave you emotionally drained. She also discussed communication issues. Interestingly, she said they rarely argued. Many people think that's a sign of a healthy relationship, but not always. Healthy relationships aren't relationships that never have conflict. They're relationships that know how to work through conflict. Sometimes the biggest problems are the conversations that never happen. Another thing that stood out to me was when Bunnie XO talked about losing herself. Between marriage, life, and their IVF journey, she realized she needed to reconnect with who she is outside of the relationship. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. Sometimes we become so focused on the relationship that we forget ourselves in the process. What I admire most is the grace she's showing throughout all of this. Bunnie XO has made it clear that she still has love for Jelly Roll. She still acknowledges the role he played in her life and the ways they helped each other grow. That takes maturity because not every relationship that ends was a failure. Some relationships serve a purpose. Some people come into our lives to help us grow into the people we're meant to become. And sometimes the most loving thing two people can do is let each other go. Listening to Bunnie XO, I didn't hear bitterness, I didn't hear revenge, I heard someone trying to heal, and I think that's the real lesson here. Not every breakup needs a villain. Sometimes two people simply reach the end of a chapter and choose to move forward with respect, gratitude, and love. And while that's not easy, it may be one of the most mature forms of love there is. I'd love to hear your perspective. Do you think every breakup has a villain, or do some relationships simply reach the end of their season? Let me know in the comments. I'm Dr. Red, and until next time, stay aware, stay curious, and take care of your heart. As this situation continues to develop, I'll be putting out more videos breaking it down as new details come out. We'll keep following this story and others like it, so make sure to like and subscribe so more people can hear these kinds of messages.